Alrighty, final segment for today is Am I the Asshole? We've gone onto Reddit and we found a couple of good posts and we're going to read them out and we're going to discuss ourselves if we think the person is an asshole. So I'll start us off. My first one, it's titled, Am I the Asshole for explaining what a gift is to my wife? The post goes, last year for my birthday, my wife gave me a present. I opened it up and it was a puzzle. I was told to put it together, which I did, and it had a vague London scene on it. Then I was told to flip the entire puzzle over and found that the back of the puzzle had the word surprise written on it. I didn't really understand where it was going, but my wife told me that she was taking me to see my favourite football team play in London. I was pretty blown away by this, so I asked, when were we going? She told me she didn't know my schedule, so she hadn't booked anything. I asked her if she had talked to a travel agent or if she had saved any money to do this. I'm the only one that works in our house, in brackets. No, she said. I just figured you would look into it and book it. Here we are a year and a half later and I've been unable to take time off. And I've also been unable to come up with expendable income to buy tickets for both of us to travel to England and attend the match. And every once in a while, she brings up the fact how disappointed she is that I've not appreciated her gift. I finally turned on her one day and explained to her what a gift was and how giving me permission to do something that I wanted to do but can't afford to do with the stipulation that I arrange all of the travel and expenses was not an actual gift. Now she's offended and hurt that I don't appreciate the gift she has given me. Am I the asshole?
Said it perfectly. The gift was permission.
The gift, yeah. Well, the gift was the thought of giving a gift, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what to do with this because it's actually a pretty difficult situation because he's not really the asshole.
No.
I mean, she's definitely the asshole in this situation.
I don't think she's the asshole either. I mean, the intentions were pure.
Not really. The intentions are pretty...
If she actually went and tried to book something and, you know...
I think the fact that she, a year later, has been disappointed and upset and all that, that's asshole behavior, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, the puzzle thing, the first part was confusing
that's
to me
very cute.
as well. It was cute, but I'm saying like, you do the puzzle, nice. You turn it around. I don't even know how you turn around a puzzle. Do you know how to turn around a puzzle?
I'm surprised he didn't do it beforehand. Like at one point, yeah, surely...
Well, if it's like
it's a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, how many
I'm
pieces
sure it's like
are we...
16 pieces or something. I don't think it's 1,000 pieces.
Dude, I'm thinking, no, you flipping a 500-piece puzzle. But surprise, beautiful, mate. This guy's had the time of his life. I'm going to get you tickets to London to see your football game.
That's actually a beautiful...
If she followed through,
in theory,
great gift.
But that was never the gift, bro. The gift was you were allowed to take me to London whilst you can watch your football team.
And you pay for it.
Exactly.
I don't work, so you come up with the funds.
That's crazy.
It's like when Homer got Marge a bowling ball for her birthday.
It's the gift you'll never buy yourself.
Exactly.
The perfect gift. The gift for you is a gift for me.
That is a horrific gift from her.
And then if you think about it, the fact that being able to go is a gift. How's it been beforehand? You know, has she always been like, you can't go to London or you can't? You reckon that's the context behind why this is, in her eyes, such a great gift?
No, I don't know. I think she just thought, oh, he likes football. He'd love to see a football game.
What's the minimum? What if she just bought the tickets to the game but no flights? Is that fair play?
If she bought anything, that's lovely.
A step in the right direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's say she booked the flights.
Because if she's like, oh, I know, like she put the thought in like, oh, I know there's a game on 10th of December. I've arranged some flights for us, but you know, I don't work, so I can't afford the game ticket, but you can buy one. That's fair play. She's at least done something.
Yeah. But if you buy the game tickets but not the flight, I don't know really where I stand on that because it's really like a half job. And what I don't like is half jobs. Do you know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to get to the, now got to fund, I don't know where these people live.
So there's no winning with her. She had to have booked everything.
As if she promised everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't promise the whole world if you're not going to deliver.
That is true. Don't come
like, why would you say, hey, I'm gonna take you to your favorite football game. You know, we're going to fly there, this and that, and then not do any of it.
Yeah.
And even if you say that, don't do half of it.
Yeah.
Just
fair enough.
Buy the movie ticket. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll be happy with that as well.
It's a big arsehole.
All right.
Sorry, not the arsehole.
Not the arsehole. All right, next up, user kind yesterday 3237.
Shouting out. Reddit users now.
That's it.
Shout out you, user. Whatever.
Am I the asshole
man.
for demanding that my niece or her parents pay me back for the hundreds of dollars of perfume she stole from me?
All right.
And then in brackets, she says, note, I'm not involving the police, suing anyone, etc. Please don't argue with me. about this or convince me why I should.
Oh my
Is in the
God.
title?
This is like
Big
maybe an
title.
edit.
Yeah,
They've
okay,
put
gotcha,
it in
gotcha.
there as well. So she says, I have a perfume collection that I started when I was a teenager, slinging burritos as my first job. I have over 400 bottles at this point. I take great pride in my collection and I use it. I'm also happy to give people decent samples of my bottle. Let them sample a spray or two, give some bottles as gifts, etc. What I have a huge issue with is my 17-year-old niece coming into my home under the guise of walking my dog, decanting bottles on her own, and then selling the samples to her little friends. She thinks that because I have so many bottles, I wouldn't notice some missing or getting massive dents in them. Well, little Miss Entrepreneur, what she failed to realize is that her private Instagram wasn't friends only or whatever. And I saw each and every story with each price and sample that she had. I tally that up and I got a pretty good estimate based on cost per ounce. Thankfully, she mostly picked the TikTok famous perfumes like Bianco Latte and Escapade Gourmand
Of course.
and didn't go for the rare niche bottles of perfume. She did snatch an entire 2.5 ounce of Baccarat Rogue though, which runs at $300 a bottle
Sure,
at most
yeah.
retailers,
It's expensive.
as well as full bottles of perfumes you can get at Sephora like Marc Jacobs Daisy, Burberry Her Elixir, Flower Bomb, etc. Petty or not, I printed out the entire list of what she'd taken, price estimate, and handed it off to my sister, her mum. I said that I expect to be paid back in full. And of course, her sneaky little ass never allowed in my home again. My sister got super pissy with me going on about how my niece is just a little kid. Kids make mistakes, etc. I said, yes, kids make mistakes. And this is a great way for my niece to learn from hers. Their argument is now that the money she was going to use for a car has to go towards paying me back. I don't care. She's lucky that I have no interest involving the police, small claims or any of that. But am I the asshole because she's a teenager?
Yes, massively. This woman sounds unhinged.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Baccarat Rouge goes for a lot, man. Like 500 wax for a whole bottle.
What did I say? Baccarat Rogue.
Rogue.
Sorry.
It's a bit rogue, but was there a total? Did she ever reveal a total?
I think you said.
No, I
Or
don't
was
think
the
600?
title like couple hundred? Is that what
I thought you said
they
600 or 6,000.
No,
No monetary value.
no monetary value here.
Oh, that's a red flag then. I mean, I reckon this was like $50 or $100.
Nah, bro. It was a whole bottle of Baccarat Rouge,
I don't
540,
think
man.
I don't think she took the whole bottle.
I think she took the whole bottle of the Baccarat Rouge.
Don't
That's
worry about
expensive.
it.
And then plus all these other offcuts.
Little small samples to sell to her friends.
It's
Honestly,
like, let's say, you know, you had a nephew, Senny, you know, goes around your house every now and again,
Yeah.
yanks one of your Liverpool jerseys every now and again,
Nah, it'll be
and
fine.
sells it on the market.
I'd honestly be okay with
And at
that.
the end of the day, you're down 10 jerseys.
but it's not a little nephew, it's 17-year-old nephew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So year 12.
Like I reckon age honestly up to like 14, I'm praising his enterprising little spirit. At age 17, I'm having a couple of words. I'm probably not going
You're not.
into
What form of justice is enough for you?
into-
Having a
that-
word?
Yeah, I think just a word, an apology.
Yeah, I think getting the sister
You can't be shaking
Do you
down
know how
your-
old the OP is, the poster?
as in,
Are
I
they
have
like,
no idea.
do you reckon they're like 20 or they're like 30?
Nah, sounds like a Karen, dude.
Sister.
30s, 40s for sure.
30s, 40s, I reckon.
Yeah, just let it go, man.
Just let it go.
Have a verbal. I agree. You know,
Yeah.
Get
Stern word.
Get your sister to be like, teach your kid this is not right.
Mm.
But let bygones be bygones.
She's banning the niece from her house.
Nah, that's crazy behavior.
Ban from your room, I can see. you know?
Yeah.
Don't enter my room. You've taken my stuff. Don't do it again.
And it's also like a one-off thing because like obviously if it's stories,
One off is.
no, it's like on stories, right? So she's just seen this girl like come in because I don't know. The story says every time she comes into my house, she steals some perfumes, and then so she's watching the stories and seeing her perfumes being stolen, and then not having
Not
a word,
doing anything,
like
yeah, that
until
doesn't add
when? Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna assume it's a one-time thing. This she's a bit of a smash and grab. Chucked like 10 samples on Instagram. That is a word.
Yeah.
That is a tell your niece, but hey, I don't appreciate that. Don't steal from me. I'm happy to give you some perfume to sell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, but just don't steal.
I don't know. What do the comments say?
Comment says not the asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well.
Nah.
In terms of extreme, don't pay back, but there needs to be some sort of justice, man.
Nah, she sounds psycho.
No, because
What
Fair enough.
justice do you want to give?
no, because why is the but I can see it. No, as in like because when she goes to the sister and the sister's like pushing back, that's a bit like, come on.
You should know the sister's going to defend her child.
No, but you can defend in a way where you also accept that it's wrong.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, look, I know. Oh, she might have did actually, because she's like, oh, what did the
She's a
sister
child.
say?
She said she's a
The
child.
child.
Yeah.
No, she was being a little bit assholey as well.
But then that's the side of the sister that posted, you know. We don't know the actual
I was like,
conversation.
with all these stories, we only ever hear one side. And of course, it's going to sound very.
And we are definitely people who want to hear both sides of the story. But if the sister accepts it's wrong, the mother, and is like, yeah, look, I know it's wrong, but it's a bit, much to get a 70-year-old to pay back the money. I think that's a fair balance.
I think,
but I can see why she's triggered, because even her sister's saying like, come on, what are you going to do?
No, the sister's like, oh, I'm saving this money for my kid's car.
Yeah.
I can't really afford to pay you back
But it's
for the
her money.
perfumes.
It's the poster's money
It is the poster's money.
at the end of the day.
If I was the parent, I'd be like, I would make the 17-year-old pay back the sister. And I would say, get a job, like go to McDonald's, like go pay her back.
Yeah.
Like the sister doesn't really need
Sling
to pay.
I think
burritos or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I think that's what you need. You need the mother of the child
Correct.
to be on your side to an extent.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously not just, bend down and be like, yeah, well, I'll pay you back the 600, 700, whatever it is. But some sort of like, yeah, look, I know it's wrong. We'll sort out something.
Yeah.
Maybe even she'll help you do some chores around the house for.
But she was calling her niece a sneaky bitch and all that. That's crazy language.
Because her perfume collection is ruined.
This woman cares more about her perfume than her family, apparently.
But
That's wild.
She has like 400 bottles or something.
How are you defending this?
I'm not defending, but
Okay.
that shows you the character of this person.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think both things can be true. Like this Karen seems to be a bit caught up in the perfume.
Neurodivergent from the sounds of it.
Like you could it's so easy to have a conversation with your sister, be like, hey, your niece is stealing money. Like let's teach her
And
a
it's the fact
lesson.
she went to the extent to calculate the actual cost and everything.
Yeah, what is it, $1
That's
per
a bit
ounce?
much.
$1 per ounce. That's
Definitely some tizzy behavior.
too much.
All right, I've got one. And someone posted this on r/soccer. So entertain me for a bit, boys.
How'd you end up on the r/soccer when we were on Am I the Arsehole?
It's called doing expansive research, man. You can look at every corner of the internet. Anyways, the story goes, it's also translated, so, some of the details might not be as clear, but here we go. Good evening. As the title says, unfortunately today, an athlete stole a shirt from me that was meant to be autographed by him. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was browsing a vintage football shirt store and found an unofficial, it's bold and in italics, it's supposed to put, unofficial match shirt, which was not worn by him, but had the patches applied to make it look like a match shirt. The seller clearly stated that it wasn't official, nor was it worn in a match, and I bought the shirt and received it on Wednesday. Excited today on a Thursday, I went to the stadium after training to get his autograph. As soon as he saw it, he immediately asked where it came from and where I got it from. I consistently explained that I bought it and even showed proof that it had nothing to do with him or his belongings. He grabbed the shirt, asked to take it off my hanger, then put it on the passenger seat of his car, rolled up the window, and just drove off.
Okay.
For a few minutes, I was in complete shock at what just happened. Even the people around me said they would have gone straight to the police, so that's what I did. And some people even recorded video and gave me their contact details to serve as witnesses. I went to the police, filed a report, and I have a case number now. I fully intend to get the shirt back, or at the very least, my money. What can I do at this point? I know where he'll be tomorrow. Should I call the police and have them confront him to get my shirt back? I'm feeling really down and have no idea what to do. So clearly this player,
Do you know the player?
Nani,
Nani.
former Manchester United,
Oh, so this is a
player.
true story.
Perth Glory.
true story,
Okay.
Melbourne Victory,
Sorry,
thank you
Melbourne
very much.
Victory, my bad.
Clearly this shirt the official shirt had been stolen off him, or he lost it or some shit at some point in time, right? So now he's seen a replica and the fair play to the seller, they made it look really well and match worn. He got his eyes on the shirt. Give me that. It's mine. It's got my name on it. Give it back to me.
I'm so confused by this. What? So Nanny has just randomly taken some bloke's shirt.
Yes.
Like just for no reason whatsoever.
I'm sure there's a reason,
No,
but
because he probably lost it or got stolen from him like years
so he
and years
thinks
ago.
someone stole it from him, and now he
Right.
thinks it's come back.
I mean,
And so he just stolen it off this poor fan. Probably
and
paid
Nanny's
like €100 for it.
he's in Australia right now, is he?
No, he
No,
was. And
This
now he's back.
happened in Portugal.
Gotcha.
So
Is there an update to that story? Because I remember reading that on our soccer last week or the week before.
you boys discuss and I'll try and find if there's an update.
I mean, obviously, Nani's the arsehole here. I don't think there's any defending him.
Yeah, of course he did. He's a multi-millionaire. Why are you
But
stealing?
what if it's stolen off him? Vengeance. You want
It doesn't matter. If got
He's
stolen off,
Nani. He can go get another one made if he needs to.
if he wants that shirt, he can buy it off him.
Or he can
You
go
know what
buy
I
it
mean?
exactly like a normal human.
No one's saying he should just rack it off this bloke.
Is he above? You reckon the police will do anything? Is he above the law?
Yeah.
Are rich people above the law, you reckon?
I think sometimes.
Like P. Diddy, for example.
I think he'll go down just because of the sheer weight of it.
But only now, right?
Yeah.
But for years, everyone knew and no one said anything.
Yeah, unspoken secrets. But I think in this case, it's like, it depends. I think it's swinging either both ways. Like the police want to make an example, so they'll go after Nani for just stealing the shirt. Whereas if you stole a shirt, they wouldn't bother.
I don't think they would, man. Police aren't bothering for €100 shirt, especially against a multi-millionaire.
But if the evidence is cut and dry, I mean, they're not going to take him to court or anything. I don't know what they'll do. They'll probably just
confront him in his home.
We have an update from Nani's press office.
Lol.
Following a situation that occurred yesterday after trading, which has a video published online, player Lewis Nani is sorry about the misunderstanding and embarrassment caused to the fan. The shirt in question was recognized by Nani as being an official shirt from his private collection, which had previously been stolen. At the time, several of these appeared for sale online, but it was not possible for the player to recover all of the shirts in question.
What do you mean? There's only one. How many did they steal?
Who knows? The shirt the player kept in his possession yesterday after the fan asked for an autograph, as visible in the video in question, was collected for a check in order to determine whether it was stolen or not. After taking the shirt, Nani asked the fan about where he acquired the shirt and guaranteed that it could be given back to him if he could confirm it wasn't his. So basically he's saying that I'm going to take it off you.
Yeah.
I'm going to validate it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give it back to you if it's legit.
Fake. Yeah.
Due to the item being of high emotional value to the player, seeing as the shirt used in the game that qualified Portugal to the Euro 2016 final, in which Nani scored a goal.
How could we ever forget?
The player reacted in an emotional way by wanting to confirm it wasn't the one stolen from him. As soon as the situation is resolved, Nani will contact the fan as told him when the situation happened.
So it's not even a conclusion. It's a holding message.
Yeah, they're following through with... And what apparently the fan that it got stolen from confirmed that Nani didn't even ask for his details.
So how are you going to give it back to him?
So how's he going to give it back, man? So there's a lot of loopholes in this story, brother.
But what's the ethics around, like, let's say someone steals something of yours and then you see it on another bloke like a while later. Are you entitled to that? Because it's originally yours?
That's a good
With
point.
high emotional value as well. Maybe,
I would go to
your dad got something stolen from
Yeah.
him.
I would go to the authorities.
Like, let's say,
I'm not taking justice into my own hands.
so let's say, yeah, so you've got something, I've stolen off you and I've sold it to Migs. So Migs has bought it off me and then
Yeah.
you see Migs, you're like, hey Migs, that's actually my shirt. Are you obligated to give that shirt back, Migs?
No.
No, I'm not obligated to give it back, but I feel like
Morally.
I'm obligated to give the details of how I acquired such an item.
Correct. But then let's
Which
say,
the guy did, to be fair.
so let's say you bought it off me for like $500.
Yeah.
Sen wants the shirt back. Are you reselling his own shirt back to him for $500?
No, I think me and you are both coming to you and asking for his 500 back and my shirt back.
Because
Because Migs didn't, unless Migs knew it was stolen,
Yeah.
and when he bought it off you, then it's a different
That is
story. But if
true.
he had no idea, then I think Migs has done nothing wrong. But he's also not, I
But
feel like it's
Depends
unfair
how
on
much
him.
I also want this item.
yeah,
No, if
it's flexible, morally flexible.
If it's flexible for me, I'll give it to you, send $500. Like I'll believe your story. I'll cut even.
Yeah.
No profit,
And
no
that's
loss.
true.
I'll give if I really want it.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's Rose details. It's the guy I bought it off. Inquire with him.
But should you be charging me the 500? But to be fair, if I was desperate
What-
for a
what-
back, I like, what's 500? I'll just
What
pay
have
for
I
it.
done wrong? What am I going to be down $500 because of a sub story
True.
that I have nothing to do with?
But he's going to refund you the 500.
That's what I mean. So if I get 500, I'm
Whatever
even,
you
then maybe
have
I'll
to-
give it back.
Yeah, maybe.
But what if I really
Can you get a profit on this? Is that outrageous?
that's morally
you
dubious.
ask for 1,000.
asking for a
crazy.
profit? Yes. Making a profit. If you offered me 1,000
Yeah.
out of your own good conscience, I might just take it.
Yeah,
mate.
you take it. All right.
Is that the latest update of the Nani one?
That is the latest update. I'm not sure if he's done his checks and his whatever.
How would
but
you even verify it?
the sweat? I don't know.
DNA? I don't know.
Something
No,
like-
Imagine
it's-
going CSI on a fucking
it's
jersey.
checks, bro. He's not checking. He's just keeping it.
Chucked it into his wardrobe and moved on with his life.
Sorry, you got caught type vibe.
Yeah. Alrighty, my next one is: am I the asshole for cooking lunch for my female coworker after my wife went to her male best friend's wedding without me?
That's a
sorry.
loaded title. That's a loaded
I
title.
need to stop you right there. I just didn't even understand that title. So
I'll run it back.
No, I'll just read the story and you'll get it.
Okay.
My wife
Hello.
and I have been married for 2 years and together for 6. We've both been cheated on before, so there are some insecurities on both sides. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. A year ago, my wife got an invitation to a wedding from her childhood best friend, who she considered like a brother growing up, but they had slowly distanced from each other after college. She was still occasionally in touch with him. The wedding was at the other side of the country. My wife really wanted to attend this wedding, and she also said she would treat this as a solo vacation and explore the city. I was really uncomfortable with it, especially because her friend had only sent the invitation to her and not me. I told her I wasn't comfortable with it, but she really wanted to go and gave me reassurances, so I told her okay and to go ahead. My wife was really thankful, and a few months later, she attended the wedding. When she came back home, she was really happy, and I was happy for her too. However, I realized I had some leeway now, and there was nothing wrong in having friends of the opposite gender.
Healthy. Sounds healthy.
Fake story written by a 12-year-old.
My female coworker and I have always had lunch together. We both joined the company on the same date. Our discussions were usually just jokes and we didn't delve too much into our personal life. My wife knows about her, and my wife admitted she was insecure because the coworker was really pretty.
This is a
And that's why
13-year-old edgelord writing this story.
And that's why I was always on edge and making sure I didn't cross any boundaries when speaking to my coworker. However, after my wife attended her childhood best friend's wedding, I released some of the shackles I had and spoke more freely with my coworker.
What?
It was still normal conversations, but it was also more free-flowing. One day, she made my favorite lunch we could both share, and the next week, I decided to make her favorite lunch we could both share too.
Beautiful.
And we do this once a week now. My wife knew about this because I tell her everything, and initially she did not say anything, and I know she did not because she knew it would be hypocritical of her to say anything after she had attended the wedding. However, a couple months later, my wife asked if I could stop making these lunches, and I told her no. I told her it was healthy to have connections outside of family, and I also told her I definitely would have stopped if she hadn't attended the wedding, but she had no leeway to lecture me on a normal male-female friendship anymore. Am I the asshole?
It's dumb. This is the dumbest story I've heard in my life.
You'd be surprised though, I feel.
What do you mean?
As in like...
Yes, this guy is the arsehole. She went to her
No,
childhood
the
friends.
believability of this story. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't believe this for a second.
Nah, it's a bit of work of fiction, I would say.
I can believe it.
Really?
I can entertain it for a second.
Okay, let's entertain it because it's more fun if we think it's real. So, first of all, crazy from the childhood best friend to not invite the husband.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I understand.
Did the best friend invite as a date?
No, he was getting married.
Oh, I completely ignored that part. He's getting married.
The bloke was getting married, invited his long-term childhood best friend, didn't invite the husband. Obviously, weird move, but like,
Right now, I'm starting to not believe this
you
story.
know what I'm saying? Like, all right, whatever. So she goes to the wedding and suddenly
Now it's a bit weird.
now this guy thinks he's entitled to, I don't know, have cute lunch dates and make her favorite food with a coworker and stuff.
Let's unpack it. There's a lot. So in the beginning, should the friend, the woman invited, have pushed for the husband to come or the
No,
boyfriend
as
to
in,
come?
it's a wedding. It's so weird asking for a +1.
Is it?
If you haven't been given a +1,
But you know, at least ask.
I don't know. I
You
feel
can
like-
ask and get a no. That's fine.
Yeah,
fine by
yeah.
me. But is there any indication she even
Nah.
wanted him there?
Nah, it hasn't said.
Red flag number 1.
I don't think it's a red flag.
I think it is.
Really?
So you should ask. I don't know if he's throwing
It's
up.
not
a whole,
a part- it's not 21st.
No, but if he's throwing up a whole fit about it, which it seems like he is,
Yeah, fine. If he's still on a fit about
she
it,
should at
maybe
least
you
do
can ask.
something. I gave reassurances. Maybe I think that was part of the story.
Maybe.
Did she?
What do you mean?
Did she in this post? She's like, oh, I gave him reassurance it'd be fine at the wedding. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that part of the story?
That was part of the story.
All right, well, that's
Okay.
all right.
Fine, whatever. Let's say
All right.
let's say she should have asked for a +1, which I think is crazy. I mean, she should have get invited, but whatever. Moving that to the side.
All right. So we're moving past that.
She goes to the wedding, which I think is a fair thing to do.
It's fair. It's fair.
Do you know what I mean? Then she comes back and he's like, oh, well, she went to the wedding. So
No, he's happy for her.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
big air quotes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the back of his mind, these demons are coming out.
Scheming.
Yeah. Unleash the shackles.
I think that's the part where I'm like, this is not real.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. Let's just
Who
pretend
writes
it's
like
real.
that?
So this is real. He has decided, he's looked to his wife going to a childhood friend's best wedding and be like, all right, look, now I have one up on her. She went to the wedding.
Exactly.
Now I can
also
befriend
do, yeah.
properly with this coworker.
What a mong,
Bro has so many like suppressed and repressed like demons and feelings about this relationship. It's crazy.
Yeah. So then
He feels suppressed at work.
yeah. He's like, oh, now the conversation.
You can't even have a conversation. He's alleging. Relax.
Okay. So then now what does he do? He then decides
Their
to
conversation steps up first.
escalates.
Whatever, bro. You shouldn't feel like your conversation's shackled.
Yeah, I feel like that's already a weird thing to feel, no?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You want to input anything, Sid, or
No, I'm just
watching this
listening.
hair
I
smash?
just want to listen to what you guys have to say.
Okay. I mean, what else is there after that? Then he wants to make lunch with her.
I think we're
She
pretty
makes-
clear on what this guy is an asshole.
And she makes the lunch first.
Yeah,
You reckon this is the famous, infamous work wife, work husband?
probably.
yeah,
dynamic.
for sure.
Probably. And so he's entertained it. I mean, how can you say no to your favorite meal? It's very hard, dare I suggest. But
And
then
bro's
he's
gone home.
yeah.
And then decided,
Decided, you know what? She likes a lasagna. Let me make a lasagna.
But he caveats all of this with, I just tell my wife everything.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
it's
she's
it's all
open
fine
and
then.
transparent.
All right. And then apparently makes it every day, it seems. Or every week or some shit.
Once
2
a
months.
and she can't say anything because she went to a wedding once.
Yeah,
6 months ago.
the funniest part is like, she actually opened up about her insecurities and asked me to stop making it. And I said no.
I said no.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
All right. Well, this is a clown. This is a clown show. Definitely the arsehole.
She went to a wedding once.
Dude, this
She has
guy-
no leg to stand on.
If this guy is real, this guy's a mental case. Genuinely.
Second last one. User Erkpa3943 says, am I the asshole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made towards my new girlfriend? So he says,
Probably, to be honest.
That's how they always are.
My wife died at the young age of
Oh,
51
God.
from a car accident. I was in deep mourning for about a year.
For about a year.
After her death, I met my new girlfriend, Christine, around January. Christine was the first one who made me laugh after my wife died. She's smart as hell, in brackets, 3 Ivy League degrees.
Okay.
All right.
All right, mate.
Has a dark sense of humor, which I love. A terrific cook.
There's a lot of framing happening right now, which is setting up a devious ending.
And overall, an amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with.
Play on.
She's also on the heavier side, a fact that becomes relevant later. Just out of nowhere. All right. I have 2
She's
children.
also a fatty. Basically what he just said.
I have 2 children. E and A. It's going to be annoying. Emily and Amy. They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I introduced them to Christine this summer. She got along immediately with Emily, but Amy was very standoffish. After
Fair
that
enough.
initial meeting, I asked Amy if there was something wrong, but she denied it. Christine made a few more attempts to get to know Amy, but they were all rudely rejected. Emily and Amy both came home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked Amy to please be polite during the meal, since she's always been rude in her interactions with Christine, even though Christine has done nothing but be gracious in return. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed Amy glaring at Christine the entire time.
Sheesh.
When Christine went to grab her 3rd helping of mashed potatoes, Amy says, "Don't you reckon you've eaten enough, you fat pig?"
So out of pocket.
Christine started sobbing immediately and ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told Amy to get out. About half an hour after Amy left, I texted her stating that I would no longer pay her tuition unless 1, she apologized to Christine, and 2, Christine accepts her apology. Amy must have assumed that I was bluffing because instead she doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. Then I logged into a university's tuition payment, cancelled next semester's tuition,
Oh.
and then sent Amy the screenshots. She called me crying and begged me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up. So what do we do there?
Wild. That's a funny comment, but
From Amy?
that's pretty funny.
Yes, this brother's overreacting.
Is he?
Yes.
By the way, the ages of these children are like 25 and 28. Like they're our age.
Yeah, okay, so that's
Yeah, well, no, like obviously she's also in the wrong
Yeah.
for being very rude. But like work it out as an adult, especially if the the daughter's an adult, work it out like an adult. Clearly she has trauma about her mum getting
mum.
replaced or
That is-
something.
yeah, true.
So at least be understanding of the fact.
true.
So at least be understanding of the fact. Not, I'm going
but-
to cancel your tuition. That's so crazy.
But you can't be calling this poor woman a fatty boomba.
Yeah, that's why she did it.
She heavily implied it. Third serving of mashed potato.
Can't someone be hungry, Senny?
I'm all for it, but you tools down at 2. You can't be going back for a third.
Boys,
Have you ever gone back for thirds ever?
Probably.
I think definitely I have as well.
At a party with other people?
Yes, absolutely, probably yes.
Because
I don't think I have.
who's paying attention to the servings? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
there are definitely people. Apparently, there are definitely people.
I feel like at a family little event or family.
Even if it's
whatever.
in your own family, I think that's fine.
I mean, yeah,
but
third serving, mashed potato. Why? That's such a throwaway dish. You know what I mean? Third servings of maybe the chicken adobo or whatever, you know, but like mashed potatoes, get rid of that.
let her live.
pure carbs.
So you're saying, off the back of maybe 2 or 3, I'll give it 2 or 3, you know, fat phobic, rude comments, that deserves tuition cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah, but how old is she, man? You pay your own tuition.
So I assume this is American as well. You have to
fuck.
pay-
That's a lot of money then
pay up
for
front.
Papa. You know, that's a lot of money for him to stump up every semester.
Just keep in mind how Papa's described Christine, you know, the first woman
Exactly.
to make him laugh since the wife died.
That's his money. He doesn't have to be giving it to anyone.
Yeah, but has he? Not even the daughter. Not even his daughter. Has Papa conveyed that to? The
And he
daughter?
gave her a chance. He said, apologize.
Yeah, Amy's doubled down.
And exactly. So, you know what? I think that's fair play from the dad.
Dad has to be a bigger man. Has to be the bigger person. See the bigger picture of my daughter's still upset that, you know, her mother's getting replaced.
Haven't you had enough? Is actually one of the all-time one-liners.
Great sledge.
She must have been seeing that.
What
whole
are the
thing,
comments
waiting
say?
for a time to strike.
I don't think he's an asshole. What are the comments say? I would imagine
Yeah,
they
he absolutely is, dude.
Apparently, everyone is the asshole in this situation.
I think that's a fair. I think everyone.
Yeah,
Except for
I'm
Christine. Christine just got drive-by'd for no reason.
Well, yeah, Amy's definitely an asshole. The fact she doubled down and
Yeah.
only showed remorse when she lost something in the situation.
One of the comments was, make sure you marry this girl if it was worth throwing your daughter's future away over one comment.
Oh, wow.
So, heavy hitter.
What if this guy's just red hot? You know, he's a very volatile man.
Maybe, but look, I agree with Manu. I think cancelling your daughter's tuition over calling someone, like calling your girlfriend a little bit overweight or whatever is a bit much. But yeah.
You can have stern words. You can have all this and all that. Cancelling tuition, mate. Come on.
That's heavy hitting.
Alrighty, last one from me. Am I the asshole for thinking my partner is cheating? OP writes, please help me to know if I am overreacting to this. We've been happily married for 10 years and are very happy with each other. We have 3 kids and are a normal, busy couple. Physically, we are together multiple times a week and both would say sex is great. Here is the issue we have. My wife posts online in what I would call immodest outfits. She considers them fine. That discussion is for another time. She receives a lot of compliments from men when she posts. They're all clearly trying to flirt and get more from her. She engages in conversations and will flirt back, leading a lot of them on. She gets their numbers, asks them to show themselves, etc.
What?
While she won't do anything for them.
Wait, sorry. Read that line again. She gets the numbers.
She gets their numbers, asks them to show themselves.
What
does that mean?
Ominous, bro. What does that mean?
We can cross that bridge when we get to it. While she won't do anything for them, then she ghosts them afterwards. I found out about this last week when I noticed a notification on her phone. It was a guy that was asking what she thought of his package. Sure enough, she had asked him to send a shot of that, and he did.
Crazy.
Immediately, I thought she was cheating and confronted her. She then explained that that was the point at which she would ghost them. She enjoys seeing what guys will do for her, but claims that it isn't cheating. I can confirm that she isn't cheating, as I've went through all the messages, and once hit a certain point, she stops responding. I'm not comfortable with her doing this. It feels like she's doing something wrong by leading these men on, but she says there isn't anything wrong with what she's doing. She claims that she is only having fun. Am I the asshole for thinking this is cheating?
I'm so confused. Is she at least getting money out of this?
Nah.
It doesn't seem, there just seems to be satisfaction.
So she just collects these cocks and then that's it.
Yeah, she goes on,
That's
I
when-
assume Instagram, posts some,
Thirst traps.
you know, debatably lewd content, you know.
For another time,
Immodestly.
You know, we'll talk about that another time,
Exactly.
bro. And then, you know, the guys are lusting or thirsting over her.
So
Probably
she must be somewhat famous. if she's got like, yeah, I'm saying like if someone's friend's posting a bikini shot, for example, random blokes are not commenting on that. It's only when it's like a famous celebrity where they're
It doesn't have to be famous, just maybe a couple thousand. Just like random dribs and drabs of desperate men
Just
online.
your local putang.
Yeah, that. And then people are coming on, posting, whatever they want to comment. And then she starts a conversation with them or continues the conversation with them.
That is where immediately that's where you draw the line.
Horny guy 254.
Yeah.
What's your phone number?
Yeah.
See, unless it's like an OnlyFans and she's charging people for this, then it's business, it's entrepreneurship.
So your line is the finances. If you're getting financial gain, it's fair play.
Yeah, because then it's like, for a fact, she's just like any other OnlyFans models, you're just trying to, she's just in it for the money.
Okay.
This, she seems like a sicko. She's
the love of the sport.
Yeah, she just wants to see willies.
So lusting for other men's willies is not on.
Absolutely. Are you surprised by that?
No, I'm not surprised. Just confirming our stance.
I think all right, let's start.
At what point should it stop?
Immodest pictures,
That's
fair
fine,
play.
Whatever.
Story for a different time between you and your wife. The guys leaving thirst trap comments and then you replying to them. Honestly, that's low-key where I draw the line.
Probably.
But I understand the algorithm. If you're trying to make it or whatever, look, I understand the farming.
That's just
you got to
how
do
it
what you got to do.
works.
That's where I personally would draw the line, low-key. Then DMing them afterwards and saying,
crazy.
hey, what's your number? Expose yourself or whatever.
Show me your penis.
Yeah.
Asking them to show themselves.
Show me your
themselves.
genitals.
That obviously is
You're way past the point of return.
Beyond
That's
the pale.
Crazy.
That's done.
and then continuing the conversation. And then when you feel
No, but it sounds
bored-
like that's where she just, like, once she gets
I
the
think
willy,
once she gets the
that's it.
cock,
yeah,
done.
job done.
But that's a weird obsession.
It is. You got to check the headspace
Hard
of that
drives.
woman, yeah, because that's a little bit strange.
No, I agree. When she's replying to these thirsty men, that's where the point where
But
I'm
what
like,
are these
come on,
blokes
man.
doing as well? She asks you to send a dick pic, you send it, and then
You'll be surprised who sends dick pics, Senny.
Yeah,
You'd be very surprised. There are a lot of lonely men out there.
you never know.
You never know. But I also draw the line where you draw the line.
The comments, right?
Don't reply to the comments. Why do you need to reply? Stop that immediately.
Yeah, and then
What if she was Googling dick pics? Does that make it any different?
what do you
The
mean?
fact that it's just images on the internet. Like
But
her
she-
satisfaction is maybe getting dick pics.
Yeah,
So if she's just Googling dick, really, does
You're
that
asking
change
me-
the tune?
that's a weird.
I don't even know the question.
Yeah,
No, so instead of asking men,
Yeah.
she just
having a
Googles the
conversation
dicks.
Yeah.
to get dicks off someone she's already had a conversation with,
Yeah,
it's like watching porn. What if
Yeah.
she goes to just look for dick pics online?
So she's not soliciting people.
She's not soliciting people. She's just looking at
She's just finding
other men's penises.
wild
really.
ones on the internet.
Yeah.
Ah, that's, slightly better than begging men to send dick pics, I feel.
and then it's not talking.
That's a lesser of the
afterwards.
two evils. If that's
That
my
is-
two options, I'm choosing that one.
But if the third option was ask her not to look at dicks at all, is that
I
what
mean,
you're going
that's
for?
obviously the ideal scenario. But if she has a insatiable thirst for penis, then I'd rather you look up
The
wild
problem
ones.
is, the problem is her thirst is to get them. Like the methods.
Is it
to-
a game, you reckon?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like making you feel wanted. Like you're like, oh.
but then
all
she
these
doesn't
guys
do
are after
anything
me.
with them.
No, that's exactly right. It's like people who jump on like Tinder and stuff, like girls who jump on Tinder, not to talk to these guys,
just
to get a couple of matches
yeah.
to like boost the self-esteem. It's like the
a
same
wild
thing.
version of that.
claim she's only having fun. So
Exactly.
Exactly
Just having a
that.
bit of a laugh.
So she just probably has a folder in her phone with just penises.
I don't even think she needs that. I think she gets the sick satisfaction of like,
In the
I
moment,
made
it's-
this
yeah.
guy
Get
like,
his wang out.
get his wang out for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's all I need. All I need to be happy in this life.
not
That is actually a powerful thing.
the husband and wife dynamic or the
No.
3 kids they have.
No,
not
fuck that off to the side for a second. It's the power.
it-
Just knowing
it is a
this
powerful
random
thing.
Randy from, Louisiana was just so horny at work. He went to the toilet and just got his fucking cock out in the toilet.
And send it to
And
me.
sent it to
right
me.
to my mobile
You know
phone.
what that is? I kind of get it then. Kind of get it.
I can't. It's.
I mean, I don't condone it and I don't really...
If you post a thirst trap setting, yeah, women fawning for you. in the
Women, no,
comments.
I also want the penis pics. Send us your dick pics to
No.
Critical Banter.
To send Thav, not any other account,
But
please.
okay, yeah, that's still wild to me. But imagine finding that. How do you even? Of course, this guy's not the asshole, right? Surely,
No
not.
way.
Yeah, okay.
But my advice, take a
But
look
what
at
do
your
you do?
relationship, see what's happening,
Is this a game deal breaker? Do you walk away?
It's
One for the streets.
Married for 10 years, imagine knowing something for someone for that long and they're doing this without you knowing.
Just a weird hobby to have.
She's doubling down on it. That also is kind
Yeah,
of
it's
a
a bit of
big
a red
problem.
flag.
But what, like, now my thing, what if it was the OnlyFans thing and she was making 10 racks every month.
You
of
have
this
to
sort
have
of
that
stuff.
discussion before she
Let's
gets
say she
into
did.
OnlyFans.
And this was what she was doing.
Then fair play.
But are you saying the guy only found out about the OnlyFans right now?
Oh, yeah.
been in
Let's
secret.
say that's how it, yeah.
In secret, then you can still
that's
be
pretty-
you can be
that's,
upset
that's
about
pretty
that.
You can be
upsetting.
angry
Yeah, that's
about that.
definitely
It's
upsetting.
got to be a look. Honestly, the conversation for another time about your wife's immodest pics maybe should be the conversation you have now.
Yeah, I think that's a now
it's a
conversation.
right now conversation.
Immodest
I think it's a
pics.
conversation they've had and they've just never agreed.
Yeah, it must
That's
be.
already
This guy
problematic.
based in Saudi Arabia or something. Immodest.
Immodest.
Too much ankle.
But yes, Guy is definitely not the asshole. She needs to look at herself.